Hey guys, this is the new iPhone 16e. This just came out on, I think, Friday, so a few days ago. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a water test on this phone. So here we have it. I have taken it out of the box to set it up. So as you see here, still brand new condition, working perfectly fine. Really nice phone so far. In this video, we're going to see, did Apple skip out on water resistance with the 16e? Apple does claim that this phone has an IP68 resistance rating. That basically means it should be able to survive all of this water with no issue. I am going to measure this out real quick. So we have about 14 inches of water here, and I'm going to have to clean this off. But without further ado, let's get started on the iPhone 16e water test. Alright, so here we have a timer. I'm going to put guided access mode on, and I'm going to make sure that this cannot be touched. So I'm going to disable touch. Alright, and now I'm just going to put it in, and we're going to see what happens. So putting this phone in for 10 minutes to start, we're going to see if this phone can last up to an hour. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting much to happen in the first 10-15 minutes. After 30 minutes though, that's when I started to expect a little bit of damage, maybe some water getting in through the port or even the screen seal not being completely flush. Keep in mind this is a brand new phone, so you can take that one of two ways. One, the seal hasn't had time to fully seat down, or two, the seal has had no time to degrade. So it's a good thing and a bad thing, but honestly, I'd say this seal is probably perfect from the factory. But let's see what happened after 10 minutes of this phone being underwater. Alright guys, we're coming up on 10 minutes, and the 16e is still in there. It looks to be fine. Sorry if the trash can that I have this water in is a little bit dirty. So there's 10 minutes. I'm going to take it out, see what exactly happened, and then put it back in for a little bit longer. So I'm just going to reach in and grab it, and this water is very cold. Alright, here it is. It's got water all over it. Alright, so I'm just going to end guided access for a second and stop that. And honestly, so far, it does not look like we have any issues at all. Touch still works. So everything's working. I mean, there's definitely water in that port and in speakers. Let's see if the camera works. Yeah, camera works fine. Front camera still works. All right, well, looks like we've tested everything. Let's put this in to, I guess, 30 or 45 minutes. Alright guys, we are coming up on 45 minutes in the water, and it looks like it's still on. So once again, I'm going to take it out of the water, see what happened. I'm just going to reach in and grab it. Alright, so now I have to take it out of the guided access mode again. And here we go. I'm going to end this. This looks to still be just fine. It is a lot colder than it was last time. Seems like all that like coldness from the water kind of transferred to it. But I'm going to test a few things out, and then I will get back to you on whether or not it works or not. Okay, so I've concluded that there are no issues with the phone. Both cameras still function perfectly fine. Face ID works. Buttons still work. So it doesn't look like any water has got in it yet. So now I'm going to put it in for about another 15 minutes, and then at an hour mark, we're going to cut this to basically confirm that this phone is water resistant to what Apple says. Yes, it's not as deep as what Apple says the maximum is, but honestly, I think that we can test that pretty thoroughly in another video in these next few days. So I'm going to start it again, and guided access is started, and just lower this down. And now I will be back in about 15 minutes. So unfortunately, my 16 Pro that I was using to record the time lapses died at some point between recordings. So it's been an hour. I'm going to take this out, and we're going to see what happened to the 16e. So I'm just going to turn off guided access once more, and we're going to take this over to my desk to see just what happened. Okay, so before I take this out of guided access mode, I want to note one big thing. This might be software, but if you look closely where the power button is, it is lit up as if I'm pressing the power button. Now I'm going to turn off guided access mode right now, and I'm going to see if that persists, but I'm going to click end, and it's still there. So it's like the power button, oh, there it goes away. So I don't know if that was software or not. It spent about an hour in water. The oleophobic coating is still there, so that did not come off. It might come off in the pool or something like that though. But Face ID still functions. Let's see, do all the buttons function? Action button, yes. Volume buttons, yes, and power button. So the back camera still works. There's no wide angle camera to test. The front camera still works. So it looks like everything on this phone still functions. So I will have to wait for the charge port to dry out before I can charge it. And since this is the 16E, I won't be able to use MagSafe on it just because it doesn't have MagSafe. Let's actually see if the flash still works. Yep, flash works. I am getting Wi-Fi, so it looks like the water probably didn't even enter the phone. So I'd say if you're worried about the 16E not being able to survive like a shower or even a bath, honestly, even being dropped in a sink or maybe even at a small pool for a while, I wouldn't worry. It's IP68, so technically it should be the same as phones like the 16, 16 Pro, Pixel 9. So honestly, I wouldn't really worry that much. I will do some more tests on this phone. Look out for those. This is a really nice phone, I mean the design and all, but honestly, I'm pretty curious about how tough the back and the front are on this phone. And I'm also curious if the aluminum side rails will hurt the structural integrity of this phone. I just want to note, and I'll note this in this video, this is the OtterBox FRE, which was previously the LifeProof FRE case. This is for the 16 Pro. The 16 Pro, I was kind of confused as to whether or not LifeProof and all these other companies would make a case for because of this button. If you remember the iPhone 5S, all of those LifeProof cases had to have a working Touch ID sensor or button for that. So they basically put this like thin rubber plastic shield around it and it worked fine. This is probably the exact same concept, maybe even the same material. If you look closely, the Body Glove title and the OtterBox share the same type of design. Now I wonder, will any of these LifeProof type cases just get rid of the camera button? I think that underwater photography is one of the only things that the camera button will make sense for, and honestly, I'm really excited to test out this summer if the camera button will function underwater. I might buy some of these cases for my personal 16 Pro, and hopefully my 16 Pro won't get water damage because that is my main phone. So with that said, thanks for watching this video. Oh yeah, they do have it for the 16. If you want to see more water tests, let me know in the comments, and goodbye.